Happy New Year, Hoops fans. Welcome to the season debut of CAA Hoops Weekly, powered by Under Armour. I'm your host, Bobby Broyles. Happy to be joined with once again this season by Rob Washburn. Kelly McCarthy will be with us a little later. Rob, the conference season is upon us with a lot of exciting matchups coming up this weekend. But first, let's begin on the men's side and recap some of the headlines coming out of the non-conference portion of the season.
Yeah, Bobby, Northeastern and Hofstra, both teams have looked like title contenders during the non-conference portion of the schedule. The Huskies are 8-4 overall despite playing only 2 home games and have a road win at Florida State in November and most recently a victory at Richmond on New Year's Eve where they rallied from 13 points down in the second half. Now, they have a veteran team led by senior Scott Etherton and junior David Walker and have gotten a lift from the return of All-CAA player Quincy Ford. Hofstra is 9-4 overall, has won 6 of its last 8. The Pride has brought in a host of talented newcomers who have lit a fuse under an offense that has scored more than 80 points 7 times. Forward Amin Tanksley is averaging better than 19 points per game and has reached the 30-point mark twice, while guard Wanye Green is averaging nearly 18 points and 7 assists per game and recorded the first triple-double in school history against LIU Brooklyn last Saturday. Perhaps the biggest surprise has been league newcomer Elon, which lost 4,000-point scores from a year ago, but is off to an 8-5 start and has won 6 of its last 8. Now, the Phoenix have one of the league's top freshmen in Elijah Bryant and have gotten strong play from junior three-point specialist Tanner Sampson. Unfortunately, they suffered a tough blow in late December, losing point guard Luke Eddy to a season-ending knee injury. There are several other teams that appear capable of challenging for the league title, and I think we're looking at a conference race that's going to be very wide open and unpredictable.
Indeed, and on that note, let's take a look at some of Saturday's matchups beginning in Williamsburg at 2 p.m. on many Comcast Sportsnet affiliates and CAA.TV, as well as the William & Mary Tribe play host to the College of Charleston.
Yeah, William & Mary had a tough December after a really solid start, but the Tribe is a perfect 5-0 at home this season. Preseason Player of the Year Marcus Thornton has lived up to the hype, averaging better than 19 points per game and scoring double figures in all 11 contests. Sophomore guard Daniel Dixon has also played really well and is second on the team with over 11 points per game. And while the Tribe offense continues to put up a lot of points from three-point range, they've made big strides on the other end of the court, leading the CAA in scoring defense while limiting opponents to just 40% shooting. College of Charleston has played a difficult schedule in his first season under Coach Earl Grant and has battled tough with quality opponents UConn, Texas A&M, Charlotte, and Davidson. The Cougars have been solid defensively but have struggled some offensively and on the glass. Charleston has been led offensively by sophomore guards Joe Cheely and Canyon Berry. Cheely poured in a career-high 30 points in an overtime loss at Charlotte and is averaging better than 11 points per game, while Berry has scored double digits in 4 of his last 5 outings and is second on the team in scoring and rebounding.
Also at 2, an intriguing matchup as the defending conference champs Delaware hosts this year's preseason favorite Northeastern. Blue Hens getting healthy at the right time, Rob, after picking up their first win of the year in impressive fashion at home versus St. Bonaventure.
Yeah, we knew coming into the season that Delaware was going to have to rebuild with the loss of its talented senior class from last year's championship team, but they suffered an even bigger blow when senior Kyle Anderson broke his hand before the start of the season and junior Marvin King Davis suffered a hamstring injury in the opening game. The Blue Hens played with a 9-man rotation of only freshmen and sophomores for the first 7 games and really struggled to score. But since the return of Anderson and King Davis, they've averaged 75 points over the past 4 contests. Now, they have a pair of talented freshmen in Corey Holden and Chavarsky Corbett, and sophomore Casman Hayes has really developed from a role player into one of the team's main scorers. Now, Northeastern, they could very easily be 10-2 heading into CAA play after a couple of tough losses to Cal Poly and St. Mary's during a California trip in late December. Scott Etherton's near the top of the conference in scoring and rebounding, and Quincy Ford has been getting better and better as he shakes off the rust from sitting out last season. But perhaps the biggest surprise for the Huskies has been the development of sophomore point guard TJ Williams, who hit 5 3-pointers and poured in a career high 20 points in the victory at Richmond on New Year's Eve. He's averaging over 9 points per game, shooting 44% from 3, and leads the team in assists. Now, the Huskies play 3 of their first 4 CAA games on the road, and it'll be important for them to get off to a good start.
Now here's a look at the rest of Saturday's action around CAA men's basketball. Now as we turn our focus to the women's side, we bring in this year's CAA women's basketball co-host for the show, Kelly McCarthy. Kelly, welcome again.
Thanks, Bobby. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you as well. As we take a look at the women's side, of course, JMU came into the season as the heavy favorite, but several other squads made some noise during non-conference season. What are some of the headlines coming into this first weekend of conference play?
Can we talk about James Madison for a second?
Go ahead.
They're 9-2, have been in and out of the national polls, and lead the CA with an RPI of 8. They've been great all season long. But there are two other teams ranked in the top 100 RPI, with Elon at 73 and Drexel at 75. As a conference, the CAA is 10th in RPI and had a combined 53 wins, including a 33-15 home record. Not a bad way to finish out conference play. JMU set the tone early with an impressive win over then-ranked number 23 UCLA, Hofstra down Boston College on the Eagles' home court, while Elon picked up a 10-point win over a strong Furman team. Elon and Hofstra are two of the hottest teams in the conference right now. The Pride has won 4 of their last 5 games, while Elon has won 3 of their last 4. The only blip in there was a loss to nationally ranked UNC. There have been so many outstanding individual performances as well. UNCW's Kelva Atkins is on fire entering CAA play. She's averaging 28 points per game over the last 3 contests and dropped in 40 points against Charleston Southern and then had 37 against Florida Atlantic. JMU's Precious Hall is on a 20-game double-digit scoring streak, which included 7 consecutive 20-point games, and she's ranked 7th in the country in scoring. Teammate Lauren Okafor has been incredible on the boards and is ranked 15th in the nation in rebounding. Towson's Latori Hines-Allen has also been impressive with 5 double-doubles and 6 20-point efforts this season. Those are just some of the few stellar performances so far.
And on that note, let's dive into a couple of Sunday's matchups, beginning with the new kids on the block, Elon, as they will play their first league game as a member of the CAA on the road as they take on Delaware.
Everybody's curious to see what this Elon team is all about, Bobby. I know I am. This matchup with Delaware is going to be a good one. Delaware is always one of the top teams in the league, and they know that. They have that confidence going into against the league newcomer. They've had some ups and downs and lost Alicia Bell early on, but the Blue Hens are still a tough team. They are a better team when the offense is spread around. Relying on just one person to score won't get it done. In their last 2 wins, 4 players have scored in double figures. Guards Erica Brown and Courtney Green need to score, but they also need to get the ball down low to Hannah Jardine and Joy Caracciolo for some easy buckets. Head coach Tina Martin wants the Blue Hens to clamp down defensively and try to keep opponents off the glass. Rookie Makeda Nicholas has been doing that and can be a beast on the boards. It's going to be an interesting battle in the paint as Elon has some big bodies, including rookie center Malaya Johnson, who has been playing very well as of late, averaging nearly 16 points a game. Sam Kofer is one of the best in the post in blocking shots. She's picked up more than 100 in her career, so Delaware is going to have a hard time going at her. Offensively, the Phoenix has the ability to score from anywhere. They can take it to the hole, hit mid-range jumpers, or they can beat you from long range behind the accuracy of Zora Stevenson, one of the top 3-point shooters in the CAA. Stevenson is also a very active player on both ends of the court. She'll be involved all night long. Elon is a bit of a streaky team, however. They can have spurts of dominant play, and then there are stretches where they're out of sync. If Elon can put together a full 40-minute effort and take Delaware out of their rhythm offensively, it's going to be an interesting night.
Also Sunday at 2, UNCW will host William & Mary, 2 teams that love to score the basketball, Kelly.
Yes, they do. These are 2 teams that are right in the middle of the pack right now. They're pretty evenly matched. They don't give up a lot of points and are up-tempo offensively and have those key players that are difference makers. We've talked about Kelva Atkins and her ability to take over a game offensively for UNCW. She's another very active player. She's always moving, getting to those loose balls, coming up with a steal. But you can't forget about Ryan Flowers and the work she's done down low. She's averaging a double-double over the last 3 games. Along with sophomore guard Nakaya Teague's efforts on the glass, this has made UNCW one of the top rebounding teams in the CAA. William & Mary loves to run, loves to score, and they don't miss a whole lot of shots as the CAA's top shooting team. Marlena Tremba is the biggest threat from 3-point range, having hit a 3-pointer in every game this season. The Tribe will go to her when they need that big shot. Senior Jasmine Boone isn't a flashy player, but she's a very consistent player. She's on the floor more than 34 minutes a game. She really runs this offense. She crashes the boards and is strong defensively. It'll be interesting to see how Boone will match up against the UNCW guards. It truly is going to be a battle in the post between these 2 squads. UNCW has Ryan Flowers, but William & Mary has rookie Abby Rendell. The 6'4" forward has come into her own over the last few games. She's the Tribe's leading shot blocker this season and has swatted away 12 in the last 2 games. It's going to be tough to get into the paint, so this game may be decided on the perimeter.
Now here is a look at the rest of Sunday's action around CAA women's basketball. CAsports.com/TV info has all the television clearance information you need for this weekend, and CA.TV again will be home for Comcast Sportsnet's coverage of Saturday's men's basketball contest between William & Mary and the College of Charleston. And of course, CA.TV will also feature every other video streamed home contest this weekend.
You can also continue to follow the league on Facebook and Instagram by searching CAA Sports. We're also on Twitter at CAA Basketball using the hashtag CAA Hoops.
Great work, Kelly. The new year is here, and it means it is time to get the CAA basketball season in high gear.
I hope our fans are ready because I'm psyched.
I am too. For Kelly McCarthy, Rob Washburn, I am Bobby Broyles. We will see you here next Thursday for another episode of CAA Hoops Weekly, powered by Under Armour. Have a great weekend.